narrator tells that when he was a child, he drew a picture of a bat that digested an elephant. However, all the adults who saw the drawing misinterpreted it. It has a hat. When the narrator tries to correct this confusion, he is advised to set aside the drawings and dedicate himself to something more productive. Then he laments the little understanding that adults for creativity. Finally, the narrator resigned to be an artist and decided to become a pilot.
Pilot is shocked to hear a little voice asking him to draw a ship. He turns to see the little prince. The little prince insists that he needs a drawing of a ship. After drawing 3 different ships, the pilot finally draws a box and gives to it the little prince. He said that the box contained the ship. This drawing makes the little prince very happy.
The pilot tells the little prince that he was flying when he suddenly dropped down. Then the little prince says that he comes from the sky too. His planet is so little that they don't need a string for the ship because he wouldn't get lost.
The prince discovers that grown-ups only believe in what they can see and touch, and that they never ask questions about essential matters.
He believes that only your head can see the important things.
But we should not be angry with adults.
They were once children, but they have forgotten it.
Every day, the little prince learned something new about the planet and the drama of the baobabs. What are the baobabs? Baobabs, when small, are like bushes, but when they grow, they are giant trees. The problem with the baobabs is that they grow really high, that they can crash a planet. This is why it's crucial to pull a plant out when it's small to avoid this from happening.
Hobby was looking at sunsets. I like to see sunsets when I'm sad. The editor asked if he was sad. The little prince said nothing.
The 5th day, the little prince asked the pilot if a sheep ate flowers with thorns. The pilot answered that a sheep could eat anything it came across. Then the little prince wanted to know why roses had thorns, but the pilot was very busy trying to fix the plane's engine and told him that he had to do more serious things. Then answered his question. The little prince became sad and angry, and then the pilot felt a little ashamed of himself. So he told the little prince he would draw a mussel for his sheep.
One day the prince noticed a mysterious new plant sprouting on his planet. The sprout soon grows into a rose. The little prince loves the rose very much, and he is happy to satisfy her request. One day the little prince catches the rose making a minor lie. The rose lie makes the prince doubt the sincerity of her love. He grows so unhappy and lonely that he decides to leave his planet.
The prince departs his planet, but before that, he and the flower have the last shot. The rose says she loves the little prince. Both are sad and say goodbye to each other.
The little prince meets a railway signalman. The signalman declares that people, especially grown-ups, did not travel with a purpose and were never happy with where they were going or where they came from. Only children enjoy the experience of the present and were satisfied with simple pleasures.
The little prince visited the 2nd planet that was inhabited by a conceited man, who only desire was to be admired. For the conceited man, all men are admired. The conceited man asked, "Do you admire me?" "What is admiring?" asked the little prince. "To admire means that I'm beautiful, handsome, and smart." "Okay then, I admire you."
The little prince met a drinker. He said, "Why do you drink alcohol?" "I drink to forget." "What do you want to forget?" "I want to forget that I drink." "What drinker look do?" "Because," he asked me.
The businessman opened his mouth, but he found nothing
to say.
The planet the prince visits is very small, just for a street lamp and its lamp lighter. The lamp lighter is under extinguishes his lamp during the day and light it at night. But his planet now turns so fast that a new day occurs every minute. The lamp lighter says, "Watch, he really wants is sleep." But the planet is too small for two people, and the prince departs.
In this planet, the little prince meets a geographer who asks him to describe his planet. The little prince talks about it and about his flower. The geographer said the rose is ephemeral, and the prince is worried about her. At the end, he traveled to the earth.
Little prince is introduced Earth. The prince discovered Earth, inhabited by 2,000 million grown-ups, including hundreds of kings.
The little prince arrived to the earth and was surprised not to see anyone. He met a snake that talked in riddles and told him that he had fallen in Africa, and that he was a very powerful snake who could, by simply touching people, return them to the earth, from where they come.
The little prince was walking in the desert. He saw a flower with 3 petals. He said hello to her and asked, "Where are men?" The flower said she didn't. No, because the wind took them away.
The little prince climbed a high mountain.
From the top of a mountain as this one, I should be able to see the whole planet and all the people.
But the only thing he could see were rocks.
"Good morning,"
he said. "Good morning, good morning, good morning," answered the echo.
"Who are you?"
"Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?" answered the echo.
"Be my friend, I'm alone."
I'm alone, answered the echo.
"People have no imagination here,"
he thought to himself.
The prince finds a road that leads him to a huge rose garden. He's standing to find so many flowers that look just like his rose, who had told him she was unique. He begins to feel that he's not a great prince at all. As his planet contains only 3 tiny volcanoes and a flower, he thinks it's common. He lies down in the grass and cries.
The fox appeared. They have a great chat about taming and bonds. The fox shares a secret with the little prince. What is essential is visible to the eye. He learns the time he spent with his rose is what makes it so important.
The little prince meets a railway signalman. The signalman declares that people, especially grown-ups, did not travel with a purpose and were never happy with where they were going or where they came from. Only children enjoy the experience of the present and were satisfied with simple pleasures.
The little prince met with a pill merchant who was selling pills to quench thirst. "Why do you sell these pills?" "Because they save about 53 minutes per week." "What do we do with this 53 minutes?" "Anything you want." "Well, if I had 53 minutes, I would walk to a spring of fresh water."
The little prince met the aviator. He was thirsty. They were in the desert. The plane was broken, and there was no water. They said that invisible things were beautiful. At dawn they found a well.
I know the little prince has gone back to his planet, and I love to listen to the stars at night. It's like listening to 500 million little bells. But one thing worries me. When I drew the muzzle for the little prince, I forgot to draw the leather strap to it. He will not be able to fasten it on his ship. Perhaps the ship has eaten the flower. Surely not, I say to myself. The little prince covers it every night with a glass globe. Then I'm happy.
When the pilot returns from his plane, see the little prince sitting on the wall, talking plans for that evening with someone who cannot be seen. It is the same snake and it escapes. The narrator is left to take care of the prince, who is pale and afraid. The prince says he will be even more afraid that night and tries to console him, and asks the pilot not to accompany him that night. He refused to abandon him. The prince assures that he will be fine, and he explains that his rose needs him, and then falls silent. The snake strikes at the prince's ankle, and he falls so gently that he does not make.
I know the little prince has gone back to his planet, and I love to listen to the stars at night. It's like listening to 500 million little bells. But one thing worries me. When I drew the muzzle for the little prince, I forgot to draw the leather strap to it. He will not be able to fasten it on his ship. Perhaps the ship has eaten the flower. Certainly not, I said to myself. The little prince covers it every night with a glass globe. Then I'm happy.